Yo, wow. Eddie Hearn admits that Joshua is in a do or die situation with the Andy Ruiz rematch. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Now, BBC Sport, they posted this on their verified Instagram account, over 1 million followers, and it's a graphic with Anthony Joshua trying to regain his composure after being knocked down for the third or fourth time in the Andy Ruiz fight. Shook up the heavyweight division, shook up boxing. Everyone's talking about it. Now, there's a quote that they have from Eddie Hearn, and the BBC is based out of the UK, of course, and the quote says, "If he loses the rematch, then his career is not in a great place." And then BBC said, "Brutally honest." And they just posted this 1 hour ago. So they have a quote from Eddie Hearn: "If AJ loses the rematch, then his career is not in a great place." So, you know, new media. I told you I was working hard for you guys, and it's getting crazy. Now you're seeing everybody say what I've been telling you. This is a do or die, all or nothing type of situation. And, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that Eddie Hearn is saying if AJ loses is basically it. He's not going to be in a great place. And they're pulling the trigger on the Andy Ruiz rematch and giving him 4 or 5 months to prepare for a November-December fight. This is why myself, Bob Arum, David Price, Amir Khan, Dave Coldwell are all saying like, whoa, I can't imagine why you would just put him back in there, you know. And it's like, what does that say about Rematch Room? You know, what does it say about the promotion if they're really willing to put Joshua in with the style that just beat him because they lost power? That's the only thing I can think of. They didn't anticipate this. There was no plan B. There was no thought that he could lose this American debut. So now it's just like an act of desperation. Like, we got to get those belts back. Fuck that. You know, we can't just go out like that and let PBC get all the belts and Al Heyman have the belts and Andy Ruiz, because they know that now PBC has control of the board in the heavyweight division, barring sanctioning bodies mandatory. And we know with unifications, if they were to make Ruiz versus Wilder, you know, mandatories can be set aside. This is disastrous for Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, and DAZN. Also Joshua's career, because it just shows you how one fateful night, one, you know, bad camp, one bad night that you turn in could shift so much. And I don't see why they do Joshua like this. You know, he's been a cash cow for a Matchroom, and if you really think about it, this is all or nothing. Everything's based on him getting his belts back. This is what they built Anthony Joshua up on. Having 20 some odd fights, being undefeated, having 4 belts, the most in the division. Every time it came time to talk about Deontay Wilder, that was one of the major selling points that they had said as to why, you know, Joshua's the A side, because he puts 70, 80,000 in stadiums, and because he has 4 belts to Wilder's 1 belt. It's crazy how tables turn. Now Joshua has no belts and Wilder still has 1 belt, and he seems to be on the incline in terms of popularity. Meanwhile, Joshua is in a dire place where desperate times call for desperate measures, and his own promoter is throwing him back into an immediate rematch against a style he hasn't proven he can beat, you know, based on his performance. And, you know, it's going to be real interesting, people. I want to see what's in that contract. I can't wait till we get more information. Will this take place? I know Eddie Hearn has said he wants in the UK, but he might not have the power. It depends on what is negotiated with the brand new champ. You know, Andy Ruiz and Al Heyman are really winning, and you see the level of desperation. They're really going to throw Joshua to the wolves, and, you know, he has to fight his way out, to reclaim and redeem himself, because his own promoter is telling you if he loses again, his career is not in a great place. So instead of, you know, building him back up, getting him some tune-up fights and things like that, Matchroom is so eager to get that hardware back and their claim to the heavyweight division through those belts that they're putting him in this massive risk. Crazy how one night does it. So this goes to show me they had no idea. They really didn't think in their hearts that Joshua would lose this fight, because I can't imagine if you thought that it was even a possibility that you would even make an Andy Ruiz fight, or you would have put the fight they had April 13th at Wembley. You would have at least kept it at Wembley or something. So, you know, this happens when you become too arrogant as a team. You know, you start making money and stuff, taking people for granted, because there's no way you could tell me they expected this, because, you know, they're willing to risk it all. They're not even trying to build Joshua back. And my fear is this: if Joshua thought he had pressure when he was an undefeated fighter, imagine the type of pressure he's going to be under if PBC, you know, get the fight and they put it on Showtime or Fox. If they put it somewhere like LA, where Andy Ruiz is from, you know, and just the pressure of being great. You know, this boxing game is cold-blooded, really cold-blooded. Just the pressure of being great and having to produce time and time again. Joshua seemed like there was a sense of relief to finally be relieved of the belts, so he didn't have to be constantly compared to Wilder and, you know, Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury, those types of things. And then now he has to go right back in the flames and, you know, right his wrongs. And his own promoter is telling you that, hey, it's do or die time. He's going to be not in a great place if he don't win this. And they're still, Barry Hearn and Eddie Hearn are still putting him in there. So, you know, interesting. We'll see how it all plays out. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. We work. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.